So, first question is, could you introduce yourself to our viewers? What is StarConstrux? Who is Markus?
What is StarConstrux? I started with StarConstrux at 1999. After I had a meeting with Hasbro in Germany.
Really? Okay.
The collector's deal in Germany or in Europe starts with an interview by Hasbro, and before I made some dioramas, and Hasbro told me, please can you make something for us for the episode 1.
Really? Okay.
And, I made a flyer with Hasbro Germany with 3 of my dioramas for the old 3 movies and 1 part of the episode 1.
Okay.
And that was the beginning of StarConstrux.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Besides customizing, what else do? Do you have other hobbies, or does customizing take up way too much time?
Customizing is complete my hobby. Yeah, it's all.
Full-time hobby?
Yeah, it's full-time hobby.
Do you also make a living? Do you earn money with it?
No.
No, you have another job?
I have a normal job. I'm a quality manager for fruit and vegetables.
Okay.
And I sell something dioramas. Sometimes for the museum. We have in Germany a museum.
I saw that on your site. Yeah.
It's a Filmfigurenausstellung.
Yeah.
And Thomas buys the dioramas for me, and I made something for Hasbro.
Okay. Yeah. So you've been customizing since 1999 or even longer?
Even longer. I started 1996 with a diorama for Hobbit figures.
Really? Okay.
Little metal figures. My wife painted for his father, and I told her you must make a display for the figures. And then I made a display for him, and then I think it's a good start to make dioramas for Star Wars figures.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So you have a lot of Star Wars dioramas, and most of them are based on the old films, the original trilogy.
Yeah.
Is that your favorite?
Yeah, the original
part of Star Wars.
my
you grew up with the favorite, yeah?
I don't like the new movies.
Not at all?
Not at all.
Okay, because you have this this Birth of Darth Vader at Mustafar mini diorama, which is
the mini dioramas I built before the movie started in the cinema.
Before the movie even started?
It is made. It was a photo from the trailer, and that I built.
So you made that up from just one photo?
Yeah.
It looks really cool.
Yeah.
Really cool. Okay. Do you plan out your dioramas, or do you just have an idea in your mind and then you start working on it? Or do you make drawings or sketches or?
Normally I make some sketches and then start the diorama.
Yeah. Okay. So you have some of your work is officially on display here.
Yeah.
It's all official. How did it happen? Because you contacted Hasbro in 1999, and how did you contact Hasbro for this event again, or did they contact you?
No, a friend of mine has the Filmfigurenausstellung, and he has a good contact to Hasbro.
Okay.
And I had a contact to Susanne Schrimms, that is the manager from Hasbro Germany, and that's it.
Okay. Yeah. So these dioramas here, what is your inspiration? So do you just look at some scenes from the movie and suddenly you think, I want to make a diorama out of that, or?
Yeah, in the time before internet blow up, I looked the movies and looked
over and over again.
Over and over and again. Now you go to Google, takes keyword inside, and then you have pictures a lot, and then you can make it.
Okay. So, and you just Google some certain images, and then you think, oh, I could make that, or...
Yes.
Okay, cool. There's a question from one of the members of Imperial Shipyards. He wants to, it's Rex Smoke, he wants to know which techniques you use for textures, and specifically something like this Mustafar lava base. Well, that's not a diorama, is it?
Yeah.
You know, with the emperor
Yeah, the
saving
Mustafa
Anakin.
lava bank. Yeah.
So, what kind of technique do you use to create the lava?
For the lava,
example?
I used a normal silicone from
Okay.
a hardware store.
Yeah.
And colored as with window colors.
Oh, see-through. You can. Those are very clear.
Yeah. Silicone is clear. You can make a texture with a pencil.
Yeah.
And then it is dry. I make it with window colors, and the light is a normal neon light.
Yeah.
Inside the diorama.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah. It's really easy.
Easy, but it makes for a great effect.
Yeah.
You know, one of the moderators of Imperial Shipyards, Tamer, perhaps you know the name.
Yeah.
He's a Hoth fanatic.
Yeah.
Everything that has to do with Hoth, he's there. You know.
Yeah.
Specifically the 8080. Okay. So, could you tell us something about the 8080 display out there? Because it's really big, very detailed.
Yeah.
How did it come to happen? How did you start with that?
There is a book with explosion concepts.
With the cross sections.
With the cross sections.
Yeah.
This was it. So I think about for the museum, we need a good display for that. We have a big ad inside, 5 meters high, like this one. 5? Yeah.
That's big.
Yeah. And so we made it in front of them, and I make it with the concepts.
Yeah. And is it made out of plastic or styrofoam or wood or something?
This one is MDF. It's
a building material.
It's a building material, and something from hardware store for the electrics to put engine together.
Yeah. Okay. Cables and plastic piping.
Yeah.
Okay. Very cool. You were also making a 12-inch snow trooper with the cannon.
Yeah.
I saw that on your Facebook page.
Yeah.
It didn't make it here.
No, it is not finished yet.
Oh. Okay. Well.
I start with 12-inch dioramas now.
Yeah.
I leave the 4-inch figures at my home and start with 12-inch figures. I custom myself 12-inch figures, and now I start with 12-inch dioramas.
Okay. And do you use figures like sideshow figures, or do you use those dragon figures? You know, those base figures for 1:6 scale military figures?
I used Hasbro figures, old Hasbro figures.
Okay.
And the bodies are sideshow or dragon figures.
Yeah.
And put parts together.
Okay.
And sculpt new.
It's shaping up really good. So.
And the next plan is a gunner station for 12-inch figures.
Oh, really? With a big cannon?
With a big cannon, yeah.
Very cool. Very interesting. Okay. Let's see. Of all the work you have done, what is the diorama that you are most proud of?
What I like the most?
Yeah.
It's Ed.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Sie sind ganz stolz auf die Ed, yeah?
Favorite and Mustafa. Because I don't like the movie, but Mustafa is a really cool diorama.
It's a very cool, it's a very hot environment, but yeah, that's very cool if you can capture that in a diorama.
Yeah.
Okay. So is there anything on your wish list? An ultimate diorama you would like to make?
My next plan for the 4-inch figures is a freezing chamber.
Okay.
Freezing chamber.
Really? With okay, so there's going to be lots of figures there.
There's a lot of figures.
Very large base.
And
steam also.
Yeah.
Oh.
A friend of mine can make me a plot of the platform.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And maybe I can sell the platforms also. A plot of this.
Cool. Very interesting. Okay. So since you've been customizing so long, since '96 already, customizing has become very popular over the years. Lots of people are customizing. Is there any advice you could give to new customizers who are looking to start a hobby as well as customizing?
I think when I saw new customizers at your platform or at Rebelscamp, the new one make really good things. So I think sometimes, oh, my dioramas are not so good like this one for the new one. The material is better than for 10 years. You can find out. Now you can make it with 3D plotters. That is the next part, I think, that the customizing goes to plotter printers. Huh?
Yeah, so you think 3D printers will eventually become much cheaper and then become a household item, so everyone can get a 3D printer.
I think when the quality goes better, it's a really good part for dioramas, to build dioramas. So normally you go cut with a scalpel, with a knife, and now you go to the...
And then you're done,
and make it.
But still, you actually use the old Lucasfilm approach. You know, you take existing materials like plastic pipes, styrofoam blocks, household items. You know, you can find at the hardware store, cables and everything you can find around you. You take that and then you make something out of it. So that's really the old school way that George Lucas did with his movies.
That is the old school.
Yeah, and I think that's something that will remain for the next 10 or 20 years, you know, because these materials are cheap, you can always get them and you can always make something nice out of them.
My problem is when I go around and see something in the trash, it's like, oh, it's cool.
Oh yeah, you think, why do they throw that away?
I must save it, and my workplace is full of things that I save, and it's full. I must change some photos of my working station.
Oh, okay. So it's like a mess, it's exploded.
Yeah, it's like a mess, yes.
But that's when you work best. Okay. Are you also a collector? Do you collect Star Wars items?
Yeah, I collect 12-inch figures, and I have all 4-inch figures. So I stopped for 2 years ago with collecting. So I have for 2 years all figures that come out. I have.
So you have all the figures that came out up until 2 years ago. So you're not interested in the new Mission series?
It's too much. It's really too much. Okay. I like the 6-inch series, the new one.
Oh, like the Boba Fett?
Yeah.
Okay. So you think you will buy a couple of those figures to make dioramas out of?
I start with the first diorama, it's a Boba Fett. And
with the Han Solo carbonite block.
It's mine.
Oh, that's really cool.
I will make with the Sand Troopers, maybe the way of Mos Eisley and the door steps.
Okay.
Or maybe the search of the droids. It's a good
okay, cool. Last question. Do you actively take commissions? Can people contact you and ask for a specific diorama you would make for them?
Yeah, it's no problem, but the problem is the shipping. The shipping price is really high.
Yeah, because most of the time it would be people from the United States or England. Okay.
That is, it's a problem. Many people from Mexico last time asked me, can you build me a Jabba's palace? I said, no problem, but I can't ship it to Mexico.
Oh yeah, shipping is really high. I know. Okay. If people would like to contact you, where should they go? Internet, email, Facebook or something?
Facebook or email.
Yeah, no problem. Your website is?
StarConstrux Dioramas. This one.
Okay.
Yeah?
Yeah. Thanks.
No problem. You're welcome.